Hey everyone, it's me, Little Dolly, and I'm gonna do a video. This right here is sort of like a interview number 2, I guess it is. And I have my friend beside me. I'm being very specific, not to say certain words that she likes to pick on me about. But let's see, she has a interesting question that I don't know how to word for myself for us the video. So I'm gonna allow her to ask the question. Please speak up because I'm not sure if the mic is going to catch you or not.
Okay, so my question was whether you felt like it was more important to share negative experiences that you've had with the transgender community and provide information to help somebody that may have found themselves in a particular type of negative situation, or whether you should not address it because it might be because a negative experience might be too influential on somebody, making a decision and not to.
So your question is more so, do I feel that it's more important to share negative experiences with the rest of the trans community versus actual not saying anything to protect someone that may be going through the same thing?
Yeah. Or that because what you said was that you didn't want, you're like, well, I don't want my experiences to negatively influence somebody and them change their mind, or Well,
I do feel that it's very extremely important to actually educate. I feel that in some way, shape, and form and so forth, I should do sort of a part for the trans community to protect those younger than me, because I'm not a teenager, I'm mid-20s. And I feel like from my experiences, and for me actually trying to be a little bit sort of like with the YouTube videos as someone that may impress certain ideas and so forth on younger viewers.
But you don't want to scare anybody.
No, I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to scare anyone from doing what they feel is necessary for us at life. And I don't want to give them a false perception either. I don't want them to think everything's going to be hunky-dory and okay, because that's not how it works.
It might be.
For certain people it could be, but not all the time. I want to keep them, give them a realistic idea. But I do believe that it is in a lot of ways it is very important to show them and tell them the negatives about transitioning, regardless of female or male and so forth. I find it is very important to do so. However, me personally, I want to find a very safe, and I like to sugarcoat that. For the younger transgender individuals, I would sugarcoat it, but I would make sure they were fully aware, because I don't want to scare off anyone from doing what they feel is necessary. And then on top of which is if they absolutely feel it's necessary, they already have done their research. Besides looking at one of my videos, several other ones that's on YouTube, several other ones that may just forms of and so forth that may be out there, explain to them that it's not an easy path. It's not like you're gonna coast. Nobody coasts through this. But yeah, I feel it's very important to educate them.
So
this is how to do so.
How? What types of questions would you like to have from other people about differences in the way they were raised and whatever particular gender, or being raised male, and the differences between the learning curve, curve from being raised male and becoming female. I mean, you've already been that, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you weren't raised that way. And you in particular weren't.
There are several differences between being raised male and being raised female. A lot of times the male is they're always told as they get older, a grown man does not cry. A grown man works. A grown man is supposed to provide for the family, or a lot of American culture does not, like they tell them they're supposed to do anything, even if it comes in illegal means, and they emphasize anything in a ridiculous way of providing for their family. And like with the female, they're always told they're supposed to be timid and sort of step back and so forth. For it's like they're told they're supposed to basically be nesters. They're supposed to take care of the kids. They're supposed to be ready to have as many kids as the male wants and so forth. I don't know how to exactly explain how I grew up versus how society perceives male or female. But I feel like there is a huge difference.
Benefit. What do you think are the benefits of being able to see the wide spectrum, the various ends of the spectrum of being male and female?
You definitely respect the other gender, the other sex a lot more being trans. You definitely respect, like when it comes to just gender in general, a lot more, because if you've been on both sides of the spectrum, you know that it's not easy being female, it's not easy being male, it's not easy going from male to female or from female to male. It's not. And you definitely understand a lot more versus having a closed mind and just accepting like what society has tossed on you.
I can't think of anything else.
As you heard her say, she can't think of anything else. And this video actually ran a little bit longer than I had planned, and I certainly hope somebody will watch it, because most of the time I've only got 2 views from my last one. I'm begging you, please watch it. But anyways, as always, post comments at the bottom. If you didn't know, my name is above the top and so forth. Come up with topics. Constantly.
Well, yeah, I have a lot of questions. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
We're always trying to brainstorm. And as usual, out there in the world of YouTube and the rest of the internet, peace. Till next time.